The Wednesday Up Late podcast is made possible with help from Inspire 9. Located directly opposite Richmond train station, Inspire 9 is the best office space and co-working environment in Melbourne. And with cost-effective, flexible terms, it's the right solution for your business. Visit inspire9.com to take a virtual tour and see for yourself.
It's been an update.
Yep.
Or like update.
Yeah. I thought you said you didn't want to laugh, and you're making yourself laugh.
I am trying not to.
Oh my goodness. Well, with that, a nice, placid good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Up Late. This is the weekly vodcast. We dedicate this to just movie gibberish and games and things like that. Usually lots of laughter, but there's been a lot of sickness going through the show over the last couple of weeks. We didn't release a show last week. That's how sick I was. Chloe is worse for wears. Listen to that bark.
I'm going to apologize to everyone in advance right now. Like, normally I just have a face for radio, but now I have a face and a voice for radio, if that makes any sort of sense whatsoever.
There is a somber tone cast upon this show. I'm all in black leather. You've got the black nails. I've got the black mug. It's a black show.
It is. It's been a dark week. It has been a dark week.
So maybe
for sure.
Maybe we'll keep this as a slightly shorter show if we can. We'll just nail it down and maybe reduce it to 2 games each. See how we go. What has been up? You've been sick as a dog for a whole week. I've been eye infection and sick as well. There's no news to be told. Like, I watched a lot of movies, but...
Yeah, I mean, I was comatose for quite a bit of it. So yeah, I mean, I did manage to get some movie viewing in there because I had literally nothing else that I could do,
Yeah.
and we were all just couch bound for a week. So
Far out. Anything of note or just rewatches?
I mean, this is me just catching up,
Yeah,
really,
okay.
because you know what I'm like. So, my poor middle one was suffering the other day. He wasn't good. We were curled up on the couch and just trying to find some things that he might want to watch, and he's super into basketball. So we decided to give the new Space Jam
Yeah.
a whirl. What a pile of dog shit that is.
Yeah.
Holy
it's,
crap.
It's an interesting one. I feel like it's a very heavy-handed fan service kind of movie, and LeBron James is no Michael Jordan, let's just face it.
I mean, he is and he isn't at the same
He's
time.
not.
I am a bit of a LeBron head. I quite like him. I think he's funny. He was terrible in this movie. I mean, just the whole movie was terrible.
I
It
know.
was,
I guess there's some moments in there where it's like, spot the movie reference and that kind of thing. All of the Warner Brothers properties were in there. There's even Mad Max in there if you look closely enough in the crowd.
right.
Yeah.
Nat and I, my husband, for anyone else playing at home, were sitting there going, first of all, this is not Space Jam. Second of all, why are there White Walkers in the fucking in the background of a basketball game? That makes no sense. Yeah, I really disliked it. My kid loved it.
Yeah,
He
I was about to
thought
ask
he
that.
thought it was great.
That's all that matters.
But yeah, big old steaming pile of dog shit for me, I reckon.
Wow, there you go.
I gave that rom-com a go with Glenn Powell.
Oh, anyone but
And
you?
yeah,
Sydney Sweeney?
yeah,
Well,
it was quite funny.
okay,
Like,
it had
was
its
it
moments.
gave me some giggles.
I think it's a really, really bad movie, and I think that's the general consensus all around. However, like you said, it has some moments, and sometimes you just need a no-brainer rom-com. And I think overall, it's a pretty fun movie. It's got some really horrible things in there, particularly like your Brian Brown character and that when they're doing the whole shitty eavesdropping or pretending to do a scene to get their attention. Like, just that shit really bothered me. But you know what? Oh, how did you handle the spider?
Oh, I didn't. It wasn't good. It was a cringe-tastic movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it. Like, I
Sometimes
don't
it's
know.
the kind of movie that it's exactly what you need when you're sick, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what it was. It
Yeah.
was an easy watch.
Yeah.
It gave me a few giggles. Um, I won't be watching it anytime
No,
soon.
no, no.
And you know, Sydney Sweeney's tits don't need to be out in every single scene.
That's not necessarily true, but
No, it is. It's true. It's absolutely
well,
true.
if you got them,
Babe,
flaunt them, I say.
babe, it's okay. You can put them away. It's fine. You'll still get roles, I'm telling you. With a face like that, you don't need your tits out, all right? And then I finally got around to watching the new Hunger Games, The Ballad of
Songbirds and
uh
Snakes? Yeah.
yes. Loved it.
Oh, damn. Really?
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. Look, I'm a huge Hunger Games head.
Uh-huh.
I love the books and I enjoyed the movies.
Mhm.
This is nothing what I thought it was going to be, and I really enjoyed
It's
it.
almost a musical.
Almost,
Hmm.
yeah, correct. Yeah, it is almost a musical. The guy who played um, Snow,
Mm.
really enjoyed him
Yeah,
in
right.
that character. I think he fucking nailed that.
Peter
I think the
Dinklage shit
story.
me.
Oh, I love Peter Dinklage.
I don't.
But he plays the same sort of characters,
Yeah,
and
short ones.
you know, no, that's not what I meant. Um, but I didn't particularly love the female main character,
Oh, the
but
Rachel Zegler. She's horrible.
yeah, didn't particularly love her, but I loved the guy who played Snow. I think he absolutely nailed
Oh,
it.
cool.
And just the storyline and the movie itself, I thought was
Yeah.
really
Look,
good.
I really strongly disliked it, but that's not what matters. Movies aren't for everybody, and the fact that you enjoyed it is all that matters.
Mm.
There's a new one coming too, so we'll see how that goes.
Ooh, yes, I was hoping there would be.
Yeah, because whatever her name is, the author is writing the new book now, which is another prequel, but this one takes place, I think, like 50 years after Songbirds and
Sure.
Snakes. Something I don't know the timeline, but it's another prequel, but slightly different place in time.
I'd watch a whole Star Wars universe of that. I just find the politics of that particular world so interesting and just I love it.
Oh,
Love
you
it.
you really need to give Battle Royale a go. That's where it's at with this sort of stuff. That's the one that started
Battle
it all.
Royale.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think is it Japanese or Korean? It might be Korean, but it is essentially the Hunger Games. It's all these private school kids left on an island and last one standing type of thing.
Oh, that's Lord of the Flies.
Kind of. It's much closer to Hunger Games than Lord of the Fries. I almost said Lord of the Fries.
Lord of the Fries. Lord of the Flies and Squid Games all in
Yeah,
one
that's
go.
right. Should we just move on to a game?
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
do that. So I'll go first just to get the ball rolling and hopefully get some momentum going here. It's an easy one for you. I'm going to let you off the hook this week. A simple
Thanks.
a simple game of guess the year of release. I've got, I don't know, maybe
Oh,
10,
okay.
10 movies here, and I just want you to have a guess when they came out, and maybe we can just stop and talk about a couple as we go.
Sure.
So what year do you think Beverly Hills Cop came out? Original?
The original,
Yeah.
1984.
Correct. Very good. Ding, ding, ding. Give her a
Ah,
medal. Have you had a chance
look
to
at me
catch the
go.
brand new one?
No, I haven't yet.
It's great. It's really
Is
fun.
it
It's
really?
such a good legacy sequel. It's what a sequel should be, particularly a
Yep.
legacy one. You've got all of the original characters come back in ways that's not tokenistic and not hokey. Like they actually have a place and it works. And for those that are listening, she's having a bit of a coughing fit. But
Sorry.
there's also new characters that come into it to keep it fresh.
Mhm.
Kevin Bacon's fantastic in it, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's really good in it.
Oh yeah.
And it's just action packed. And when it does fan service, the fan service is great. Like it's got all of the old music cues coming in at the right moments. A lot of scenes are almost reenactments from the original, but in a way that progresses the story. So yeah, it's really
Mhm.
really fun. I wish it had gone theatrical. It would have been great on a big screen.
Nice.
All right. So what about Free Willy?
That was early 90s. I want to say like 92.
Have one more guess.
95.
It's 93.
Oh, damn it.
Such a great series, that one.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think-
It's so for anyone who hasn't seen Free Willy, you need to do yourself a favor. Like, it's just so heartwarming.
I know you and I have spoken about it, and I've had this conversation many times. Like, it's 1, 2, and 3 as a trilogy. They are all really good movies. It's one of those rare examples of like 1, 2, and 3 having a consistent sort of atmosphere and aesthetic and texture. It's great.
And the one where the little foster brother comes and it's actually
2.
like his actual half brother. Yeah, like it really does give you the feeling of what having a sibling is like. So yeah, like it does a really good job portraying that.
Yeah, and if you have a pet whale, it speaks to you.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say next.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
What about Nacho Libre? Nacho.
Oh, I don't know. I've blocked that movie out.
That is a masterpiece of a movie. One of the most underrated, misunderstood comedies of all time.
You're wrong about that.
You need to revisit it. I think the problem you had with it is it came you were so attached to Napoleon Dynamite that you weren't ready for it. Go back and watch it again. Ramses #1. Oh, it's just phenomenal movie.
2006.
Yes, correct.
Fuck me, I need to get sick more often.
And I guess we won't talk about that one because I'd love to have a conversation.
No,
about
I'd
that one.
rather not. It's a piece of shit.
Get that corn out of my face. All right. Drop us a comment, people. Social media. Obviously, we're on Facebook. That's the place you probably should go. Drop us a comment. What do you think of Nacho Libre? Be honest. Are you on Team Chloe or Team Glenn with that one? Would be really keen to know. No judgment either way. What about George of the Jungle?
Like the Brendan Fraser one?
Yep.
That's early that'd be like 1990, like 90 or 91.
You're way off.
Oh, 95.
One more.
96.
97. I will give you bonus points if you can give me the year that George of the Jungle 2 came out.
2002.
2003. Not bad.
Oh, close.
That's a very underrated sequel, that one. It's very meta. Very funny.
I've never seen the sequel to it, but my sisters and I did have George in the Jungle on VHS, and we did repeatedly watch it when we were younger.
There's a funny moment at the start where the guy that's replaced Brendan Fraser as George swings in and looks at, as he's swinging, I think it's as he's swinging, he sort of looks at the camera and he's like, Disney couldn't afford Brendan Fraser. They get me. It's good stuff.
That's funny.
What year did Minority Report come out?
Oh, dear Lord.
What a movie.
Is that a Tom Cruise movie?
Oh, yeah. Steven Spielberg. And I rank this. I rank this in top tier Steven Spielberg. It's fucking great.
Like early 2000s, maybe like 2001.
One more guess.
Or 2000?
2002.
Oh, okay. All right.
Such a great science fiction murder mystery type of movie. Just really, really good. It's also got Colin Farrell in there too.
I feel like I can see the cover of it.
Yeah. I think you'd love that one. If you haven't seen it, I think you'd really, really dig that one.
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, you would like it. What year did Predator come out?
Oh, that's 80s.
Big mug I've got. Sorry.
It's a big mug.
I'm wondering, why is my tea not finished yet? I'm like, it's a
That's
huge
not
mug.
a mug. This is a mug.
Oh my God. That was one of the conversations I was going to have before we decided to shorten the show. I wanted to talk about
really?
Crocodile Dundee. But anyway, moving on.
84.
87.
Okay. All right.
Two more. Black Panther.
Oh, 2000 and... Oh, shit. Was it before or after COVID?
I love
Let's go 2019.
I love that that's a metric now.
I know, right? Oh, disgusting.
2018.
Oh, close.
And the last one is The Change Up.
Is that the Jason Bateman, Ryan Reynolds one?
Yeah, and it's got that opening shot of the kid's asshole.
Terrible fucking movie.
No, it's a pretty fun one. Everyone right now is questioning Chloe's judgment. It must be the sickness, I guess.
No, it's a terrible movie, but it's like one of those watchable terrible ones from like the early 2000s,
It's fantastic.
like 2004, 2005.
No, it's 2011.
Really that late?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, 2011 is a while ago.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's like
Yeah.
14
Yeah.
years ago. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
That was it. That was my game.
There you go.
Pretty painless.
Interesting. It was pretty painless.
Yeah.
And I got some right.
Yeah.
I started off all right.
Before we jump into your game, I just wanted to mention something. I read an article that was hilarious to me with Kevin Bacon because he's doing the rounds right now. He's in 2 movies at the cinemas, or he's 2 movies that have been released, Beverly Hills Cop 4 and Maxine. And he was telling a story about how he was just craving to be a regular person again, like to feel what it's like to be someone normal and be able to do things. So he went and had like special effects people from a production put latex on him and disguised him. And apparently, I don't know if there's footage, but apparently he looks completely different. You wouldn't recognize him. And he went out and became a normal person for a day. And he's like, I will never do that again. He's like, I had to wait for my coffee. I got no privileges whatsoever. And I'm like, fucking A, like, why would you want that again?
He didn't get the bacon experience.
No, but I
didn't
love that
like
he wasn't humble at all by saying, like, it just felt so good to be normal again. He was like, no, I don't want to be normal. I'll take the celebrity life any day.
Yeah. Oh, good old Kevin. They're really funny on TikTok.
I know.
Have you seen them?
Yes, that was the other thing. He's got a creatively restless mind. If he's not doing something, making something, then he goes crazy, and that's where the TikTok came into it. He's like, when I'm not making movies, I need to be making something.
Yeah, they're really funny.
Yeah.
I catch them every now and then. They're quite funny. Oh, well, mine's pretty painless on you.
Yep.
Also, it's just a rapid fire.
All right, I love this. Let's do it.
And like generally speaking, and I mean this from out of love, you can be pretty shit at rapid fires. You take too long.
I'm way shit at rapid fires.
So you just take your time. It's fine. It's a rapid fire, but just take your time.
Well, we're
okay?
going slow this episode, so it might seem a lot faster.
Sorry.
How's
right,
that,
ready?
everyone? How is that? Fucking hell. All right.
I thought you said you were going to bleep these out with like animal noises.
No. How is that? Like the fucking insult straight to my face. All right, keep going. Let's do it.
I said out of love.
Whatever.
What did you want me to say? No offense?
Or nothing at all.
No, I have to say something. Come on.
That's all right.
all right.
I've already criticised your taste, so we're even.
All right. Who's your favourite villain?
My favourite villain would be... fuck. See, this is why I'm shit at it, because I need to think about these things. Like, it's not something that
you do.
Look, out of the top of my head, I'll just say Shooter McGavin.
Oh, that is fucking top tier answer right there.
Well, it wouldn't be my answer other than I'm just pulling one out.
No, that is top tier answer. That is the correct answer. There is no other right answer for that.
All right.
For that question. Okay, your favorite movie backdrop, and what I mean by this is like cinematographically.
Okay, so just
That's a word.
Yeah, I guess cinematography, like favorite, like as in location, I guess is what you're saying. Because if it's a
for
classic,
an example, my favorite is. Oh no, Legends of the Fall. Legends of the Fall is my favorite.
All right, easy.
Yep.
It'll be like a tie between Dances with Wolves and A River Runs Through It.
Oh, River Runs Through It. Okay.
Yeah, it's a great movie directed by Robert Redford. It's got Brad Pitt.
Yep.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in that one too. Craig Sheffer. Yeah, that's a beautiful film. When I think cinematography, I quite often go to that river with the fly fishing. And if I had to go with classic backdrop, an actual physical backdrop, I'd just go Wizard of Oz because that's just glorious.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Yep.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. The best movie quote that comes to your mind.
I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. That came to my mind because of the Eddie Murphy Beverly Hills Cop. So it's certainly not my favourite, but it's the first one that came to my mind.
What's your favourite ending to a movie?
Oh, well, the first one that comes to mind would be The Mist. I think that's a really excellent ending.
Okay.
It's a Stephen King story. The ending is not in the book, and that's what makes it so special. And Stephen King is on record of saying he wish he'd come up with that ending.
Oh, wow.
So that's a good one. Oh, no. My absolute favorite. I watched this last night with my wife. I've seen it 1,000,000 times, and I cannot watch it without losing my shit, like breaking down. It's a tearjerker like no other, and it's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh,
The finale of that is the most beautiful, heart-wrenching 5 minutes of cinema. We did it. We did a bit of a John Hughes binge last night, and that was in there. Fuck, gets me every time. It's such a good ending.
Speaking of John Hughes, how was your 16 Candles rewatching? Did you love it?
Oh, sexy girl. Oh my God. I cannot get enough of that movie. And as we're watching it, I mean, I'm obviously between my wife and I'm the cinephile between us, but I just kept telling her, like, do you understand how brilliant this comedy is? Like, how well written. And as we watch more John Hughes movies, it's always been apparent, but it just gets more obvious. He writes with absolute precision, the beats to every joke, and not only like are the jokes out of people's mouths, it might be a sight gag, like a bus in the distance going across a bridge, but you can still hear them singing, and you shouldn't.
Mhm.
It's just, there's so much genius going on in those movies, and 16 Candles, I think, is right up there with his best. That and Planes, Trains.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, I love that. That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Speaking of your wife, what's Mel's favorite movie of all time?
Of all time, well, that's probably... Oh, it's Across the Universe.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. I introduced her to that one before Across the Universe. I think it was Save the Last Dance, I think it was.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
She loves those dance movies.
Yeah. What's Mel's favorite movie snack?
Oh, it's the fucking sweet and salty popcorn. Gross.
Woman after my own
I
heart.
hate that stuff. But
Love it.
I don't like popcorn, so.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. And that's it.
That's
my
it.
rapid fire.
Oh, there we go. Should have just called it
I
fire.
wanted to test your Mel knowledge there a little bit, throw you off your game a
Oh,
little bit.
do that any day. Like, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And ask me without the rapid fire, because then we can have a good conversation about it all.
Oh, okay.
Hey, there's some new movies coming, sequels.
Uh-huh.
Devil Wears Prada,
Oh, okay.
Part 2. Shrek 5.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, they announced that last week.
Okay.
And there's a documentary that you might be interested in. A proper produced retrospective documentary about the Goonies.
Sorry, what?
Yep. And I think the working title is good enough. Yeah, it only came under my radar like a few days ago, and I had to sort of look into it to see if it was legit, and it looks like it's legit. So yeah, it should be great.
Amazing. Speaking of documentaries, I really, really, really want to watch the documentary on the Brat Pack.
Oh, okay. Yep.
It looks interesting.
Yep. I will have
Looks
that
very
conversation with
interesting.
you once you watch it.
Oh, really?
I have a lot of opinions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Do. And Jarrett and I have had some colourful conversations about it too. His thoughts are exactly aligned with mine. But yeah, I'd love to have that chat with you.
Interesting. Am I allowed to, feel free to cut this out if you don't want to, but am I allowed to ask you about a movie that you saw the other day with Benjamin Boobs?
You can ask me anything.
Twisters, please tell me. Please tell me.
Oh, you mustn't have listened to Good Movie Monday on Monday.
I haven't yet.
That's
No.
all right. No, we thoroughly enjoyed it. We liked it a lot. It's really fucking dumb. It's a really dumb movie, but it's like we said earlier, it's just a pure pleasure movie. Like, it's not connected to the original, other than the fact that one of the pieces of equipment is Dorothy from the original. You know, the cylinder with all the little balls in it. But it's a whole new reimagination of Twisters. Special effects wise, phenomenal. Like, this is such remarkable filmmaking in terms of the actual look of these Twisters and how close they get to them without it looking digital, which is, you know it's digital because it's so big and all that, but it just looks real. Just fun. Just a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and it's not like,
I
you know,
did a rewatch of that too.
and the way things have changed, like in the original one, to show the magnitude of, you know, these sort of things, you would have like animals getting swept up into the twister, like, you know, cows and shit like that.
Yeah.
In this one, there is not a single fucking animal in peril,
Aw.
but there are so many humans that get sucked up. Like, you know, you're like, Jesus Christ, like fucking hell. You'd have people complaining, oh, you can't do that to animals these days, and oh, fuck them.
I kind of loved seeing the cows going around in
Same.
the twisters, to be completely honest
Yeah,
with
like
you.
Ben and I said, they could have at least thrown in a sound effect, like But no, it's good. I think and the strange thing about it is Glenn Powell, who you just watched in that Anyone But You, there is something about him that I'm really, really strongly drawn to, because he's a sort of a cocky, arrogant kind of person or character actor, but it doesn't matter how arrogant and cocky he is, I like watching him.
Mm.
And in this one, because he plays that cocky rodeo kind of guy that comes in, you know, all cowboy and shit, there's so much charisma and charm that I'm just looking at Ben like, I could watch this guy all day. Like, I really could.
Yeah, I wanted to not like him so bad.
Yeah.
But anything that I do see him in, I'm just like, yeah, you're all right, mate. Like
Yeah.
you are okay.
Yep.
I think for you personally, like the reason that you identify so well with him is the name.
I think what it was for me is my introduction. Yeah, that was terrible. I'm just moving past it. I think what it is for me, my introduction to him in movies was the Richard Linklater movie, Everyone Wants Some, or Everybody Wants Some, and he's so good in that. And he was not a star at the time. And so it's like, that guy's fucking great. And then as he gets bigger, you're kind of happy that you discovered him before everyone else and you're watching him rise to the top. And I don't think his characters are arrogant, but he seems like a really well-adjusted, down-to-earth kind of guy in reality. So, yeah, I do like him. And Twister's fun.
Fingers crossed you get to interview him one day.
That'd be
I'd
nice.
like to see that.
That'd be pretty cool. Almost did for Twisters. That just sort of fell apart at the last minute. So,
dang.
Yeah. Anyway. I've got one more game for you.
Let's go.
How many movies in a franchise? That's the name of the game.
Oh, it's not just a general question.
No, I mean, that's a pretty hard question to answer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How many movies are there in the Psycho franchise?
In the what, sorry?
Psycho franchise.
Psycho? 2?
Is that your final answer?
1?
There are 5 movies.
There are 5 Psycho movies?
Yep. So you got Psycho 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is part of the original series. And then there was a telly movie they made that was supposed to lead into a TV show that never happened, so it was released as a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there you go. And for the record, anyone that doesn't know, Psycho 2 and 3 are absolutely fantastic. Number 2 is particularly considered one of the great horror sequels of all time. It was made like 15 to 20 years after Hitchcock's. It was all in color. Anthony Perkins gets released from prison as Norman Bates. And the twists that they put in these movies is fantastic, and Anthony Perkins returns for all 4 of those original ones. So he directed.
He was very good looking in that movie.
Number 3.
Like,
yeah,
he was very good looking.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
All right. Well, how many movies are there in the Herbie franchise?
Oh God, 12?
What?
I don't know. There's a lot, isn't there?
You are sick
8?
in the head. What? There's 6.
No.
There's 6.
Okay.
So you had the original 4 that went theatrical. Then, like, there was a made-for-television one with Bruce Campbell that went straight to Disney, whatever the Disney Channel was at the time, and then the Lindsay Lohan one.
Fully loaded? Is that
Yep.
fully loaded?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Surprised they haven't, done another one.
I thought there was way more. I thought it was kind of like Scooby-Doo, where they just kept fucking pumping them out.
There was a
in
TV
different
show,
aspects.
though. There was a TV show.
Yeah.
How many movies in the Scary Movie franchise?
Oh. I want to say like 6 or 7.
There's 5.
I'm not good at this.
That's right. I think there's a
Not
6th
good
one
at
on
this.
the way, though. All right. Well, how many in the Naked Gun franchise?
Is there 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. We got there. What about Lethal Weapon?
The new one just came out, yeah?
No, there's no new one yet. There's a new one coming that Mel Gibson's directing.
Oh, Beverly Hills is the new one that
Yep.
just came out. I want to say this will be 4.
There are 4. This will be 5.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. Chris Rock was in number 4.
God.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah, really good. All right. How many movies in the Jaws franchise? Damn.
who?
There's 4. Come on, Chloe.
I don't know any of this shit.
Oh, you
I don't
should. You're a
fucking
movie
know.
nerd. You're a movie nerd.
I'm a nerd. I don't know any of this shit.
That's okay. What about the Mad Max franchise? How many movies are in that?
Oh dear Lord.
So the new one has just come out, Furiosa,
There's a
a
new
Mad Max
one.
saga.
And there's Fury Road,
Mhm.
and then there's the first and the second original one, and is there more after that is what I'm trying to think. So there's at least 4. I'm gonna go with 5 just
Yeah.
as a buffer.
There's 5. It was originally a trilogy, so 1, 2, and 3, and then 20 years later or 30 years later, we had the Fury Road and Furiosa.
Right, okay.
Last one for you. How many movies in the Wayne's World franchise?
Ah. 2?
Yep.
3. 2?
2. There you go. So you got 2 out of all of that. Not bad for a sick
That'll
girl.
That'll do. I'm fully sick.
You are fully sick.
That's what I am.
100%.
Jesus.
Mm,
All right. Mine's just really easy as well.
love it.
I'm just going to rattle off an actor.
Mm.
I just want you to name a movie that they've kind of been in, whether you like it, you don't like it, something about it that you do like, don't like.
Yep.
Anything like that.
Okay.
It's just so easy.
Just name an actor and have a conversation.
Pretty much.
All right.
All right, let's start with Henry Thomas.
Henry Thomas. Well, I'm going to go Frog Dreaming because there is a poster right above my desk right here. It is one of the great family adventure movies that Australia has ever produced. He was hot off the heels of E.T. and Cloak and Dagger at that point in time. He played Norman Bates in Psycho 4. So there's a component in that movie where they do flashbacks to his teen years, which is what inspired the TV show Bates Motel. Which had that Freddie Highmore or whatever his name is. Henry Thomas was in that. He plays the Jack Nicholson character in the Shining sequel that came out a few years ago, Dr. Sleep.
Oh, wow.
He's quite good in that, and they make him look just like Jack Nicholson in it.
Yeah, wow.
Which is really interesting. So Frog Dreaming is where I go to in my mind for him, more than E.T., even though E.T. is the best thing he's ever done. And actually, he did another movie called The Happy Face Murders, which was directed by an Aussie, the guy that made Frog Dreaming, but in this one, Henry Thomas was like a full-grown adult, and he played a detective on a murder case. That's a good one too. Nice.
All right, what about C. Thomas Howell?
I was only talking to somebody about him yesterday. The Hitcher is always a go-to. Reason I was talking about him was just the John Hughes stuff led to it, because he did some great teen comedies. He's in E.T. as well. So I'm guessing you're going through the cast of E.T. for this?
No, I wasn't.
There you go.
I wasn't.
But no, The Hitcher, and he also did Hitcher 2 a few years later. But that's a gnarly horror movie that's always good for a rewatch. Yeah, and he directs now. He directs movies for the Asylum, that mockbuster place that does like Sharknado and all that.
Yeah.
He's done a couple of War of the Worlds knockoffs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Good for Thomas. Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. First one that comes to mind, not necessarily my favourite, but would be American Psycho. Just because it's getting a nice flashy new re-release coming up on 4K. But I think in my mind, if I think of Christian Bale, instantly I will go to Empire of the Sun when he was like 12 years old, the Steven Spielberg movie.
Okay.
Because I think that's just the first time I ever saw him in anything and knew who he was. And then he made a movie shortly after that called Newsies, which you would absolutely love because it's a musical.
Oh, I know Newsies.
Okay, well, he's in Newsies as well. And, who can forget Shaft? Like, where he played the racist villain in Shaft. Like, far out. The shit that comes out of his mouth in that is just horrendous. So good, though.
Sorry.
That's all right. He's a great actor, very multifaceted, intense kind of actor.
Nice. Yeah, he is. All right, Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, my mind goes to Grey Owl, which is a Richard Attenborough movie he made. It's not necessarily a good movie, but it's the movie that I got to see him in person and he completely snubbed me. So that's my bad memory of Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, no.
so I don't have great opinions of him. But where else would I go with Pierce Brosnan? He did Robinson Crusoe. I'm trying to think outside of the Bond-verse here.
I was going to say, I thought you'd go straight for a Bond, but...
I mean, if we're talking Bond, probably GoldenEye is his best one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, Robinson Crusoe. Oh, he was fantastic in The Foreigner with Jackie Chan a few years ago, which is a really, really intense IRA style of terrorist thriller from Ireland, directed by one of the James Bond directors. That is such a great film. You would love that one too. It's not a Jackie Chan fight movie. Jackie Chan just plays sort of an elderly guy with a lot of Liam Neeson type of experience. You know how, I will find you, all that kind of stuff. He plays that kind of character that avenges his daughter's death, and he's almost like a Rambo type because he's good at booby traps and shit like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about Judd Nelson?
Back to the fucking John Hughes stuff. I was watching one of his like Comic-Con style panel interviews after I did some of those John Hughes movies. Obviously, you go to Breakfast Club. Like, how do you not? Or St. Elmo's Fire, I guess. Although I don't think he's that great in St. Elmo's Fire. But
I mean, that movie itself, I don't particularly love.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's a bit overrated. But I think the go-to, as far as his best performances, is New Jack City. I don't know if you've seen that. It's an R-rated sort of almost like The Godfather in the black like Harlem community, and he plays sort of a rival sort of gangster in that. I think he's the gangster in that, or is he the cop? I can't remember now. But he's good in it, and Chris Rock is in that as well. Yeah, really interesting movie that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mario Van Peebles directed it.
Ooh, so I do love me some Judd. And last but not least, Donald Sutherland, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Instantly go to MASH.
Yeah.
Instantly go to MASH. I think it's one of the best things he's ever done. Just that. And his early stuff are particularly great for me, like Kelly's Heroes. I don't know what it is about young Donald that I loved, but what's the fucking... I've lost the name of it now. The horror one where he screams. Fucking everyone's going to crucify me. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Okay, yep. I'll send in those vibes to you, man.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Caught it.
Thanks.
Just in the nick of time. And moving towards like the latter part of his career, one of the sort of final movies he did, I wish I could remember the name, but it was him and I believe it was Helen Mirren, and they play an elderly couple on a road trip. He's got dementia or Alzheimer's. And as they're on this road trip and he can't remember anything, he starts to reveal secrets about himself as he goes, not knowing he's given away all of his darkest, deepest secrets. And his wife, who's devoted to him, starts to realize this is not the man I thought I loved all these years, because now he's senile. He doesn't realize he's telling me the actual truth. That's a fascinating movie, and it's got really, really fucking heavy ending.
Right, okay.
I wish I could remember the name. I'll flash it on the screen because it's worth a look if that sounds like your kind of jam.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
it's flashing right there.
Yeah.
Not me, the name. Yeah.
Dang.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
Excellent. Well, I think we've probably recorded a regular length show.
I think so.
I haven't kept tabs on time, but I reckon we're at least half an hour anyway, and that's good enough.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, you've done particularly well. Well done.
I've only half died 3 times. It's been amazing.
Well,
gives me hope.
Yes, thanks to everyone for sticking it out with us. If you got this far, congratulations. Don't forget to go to our social media, Facebook particularly, drop us a comment. Any of the stuff we've talked about, lend us your own thoughts, but particularly Nacho Libre. Want to hear your thoughts on that one.
Yes, we want to know if you're right or wrong in your answers. So, yeah let me know.
Awesome. I'm going to let you get on with your night and maybe go to bed and try to recover a little bit more. And hopefully we're both in fit as a fiddle to record next week or something.
Yes, I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Alrighty. Until next week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.